We give a checkaroo. A couple of checkaroos. Of course, they worked me Saturday and Sunday at my department store. I've made multiple availability requests. Put it in, went through the protocol, made it abundantly clear. I need at least one day off. One day off every weekend so I don't work every day in a row. And they can't seem to get it right. My girlfriend, my coworker is like, I just don't understand why they gotta be so mean. I'm like, I don't understand why people gotta be so mean either. I don't either. That's a question I often ask myself as well. That's, I guess a question you gotta ask them. Why you gotta be so mean? Why you gotta be so grumpy? I don't know. That is a good question. I've never been a person that likes being mean. I don't get off on making other people's life a living HELL. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people in this world that do enjoy that. So a lot of women are very catty. They're very catty. Women are very, very mean to each other. They're very, very judgmental of each other, you know. I try to always lead with a humble heart. Especially when I know people are being fake in my face. That's hard for me. I can't stand fake niceness. Or grooming. Kind of like Erica grooming with that little girl. I see that too. In my day-to-day. And it's just a sad world right now. That you can't trust people. And you can't trust their intentions. You can't trust their intentions. They come off genuine. They come off, endearing. And they come off, like they're trying to help you. But in the meantime, in the back, they're threatened by you, or they're coerced, or they're blackmailed to do whatever it is they're doing to help strategically move you in whatever direction you're supposed to move in. And so it's hard. It's hard. I've seen a lot of that in the last 15 years of my life. That's why I'm really, I just keep to myself a lot. I really do. It's not my favorite. It really isn't. I have a hard time. I have a hard time with people. I really do. I don't know. Nobody will just come out and straight tell me, yeah, Amanda, you're in a PSYOP. Yeah, Amanda, you're in a Truman Show. Okay? They've been following you for a while. Yeah. They gotten in touch with me. Uh-huh. And they asked me to do some weird shit. And I went along with it. I took payouts. I took whatever. And so it's one of those things, it's a hard truth. I don't understand. I really don't. I often ask myself, God, why? Why me? Why me? And then I know it's just, I have a particular heart, man. You can't break my heart. The news was on this morning. I stayed with my girlfriend and her husband, and they were talking about Valentine's Day and health and making sure your heart's in good health, and going through a stroke. And there's just been so many people that I've come in contact with here recently, or has, stories been told to me and things of that nature, just going through the most horrendous health issues right now. There's a lot of people battling health issues. There's a lot of people passing. There's just a lot. There really is. And that's why it's so important to get right with yourself, and get right with God, and get right with your heart, and get right with your choices. Because you're just not guaranteed tomorrow. You're just not. And everything that you've done here on earth, you are going to have to answer for. You just are. And the days are numbered. And so, anyways, on the commercial, she was talking about different things, to do. I was like, yeah, what do you do? How do you fix a broken heart? How might you fix that? How do you fix a broken heart? Can you riddle me that? Right? And and thankfully, by the grace of God, he's helped me fix my broken heart. He just has, and he's helped me fix it to where my heart can't be broken again. It was broke into shredded pieces. Past no return. I didn't even know how I returned from it. Aside from God's love. I just don't. I've been through so much, right? And so much betrayal and so much hate. Hate followed by no reasoning makes even less sense. But then I see Pam Bondi completely demoralize those victims. And it's like knives to my heart. Because I feel that. I've been completely demoralized. And so were they. And their information put out there. But not the culprits that completely did the most demoralizing things to them. No, not their names. Their names were redacted, but their information was provided to the public. Why do you think they did that? Same thing with me. Why do you think they allowed all of this thing to transpire, to completely demoralize me, to hide their positioning on the back end, to hide all their dirty secrets on the back end, to hide all their entanglement and reasonings of why they've allowed all this to happen the way that it has, to hide them and put me at the forefront because it's my fault. It's my fault. In their minds, it is my fault. And in their minds, it's the victim's fault. And this is how these people operate to get away from taking accountability, and how they just go in their day-to-day activities as if it's no big deal. No big deal. And they are soulless in different ways. And there's just certain things in this world that when it comes to people that their soul has been removed from them, and their voice of reasoning of inhumane things and truth and justice, there's no reasoning with them. There's no reasoning with them. Right? And you have to learn to let go of the desire for them to take accountability, because they're not going to. They're just not. But what you can see on the full front is how their choices and their decisions is creating a bad scenario for them right now. Like right before I started this video, it was another video saying Trump doesn't look happy anymore. I'd imagine not. I'd imagine he doesn't look happy anymore. There's a lot of people that I see that aren't happy anymore. And if they pretend that they're happy, like Erica and all her little bots and minions, like it's all a false facade. They're not. They're fighting the demons on the daily basis. The daily basis. That I can assure you. Because they know the truth is out, and they know the public sees it. And you can't unsee it. You just can't. And if you're in your day-to-day operations, and you know what you do, you know what you're associated with, and you're choosing to live a lie as well as be among people and lie to them on the daily basis as if you're a good person and think that there's no recourses with that, there are. There very much are. And it's very important for you to open up your eyes to that before it's too late. It just is. The time is running out. And it's one of those things, you know, and I say this with a very heavy heart. I could tell even with Ian, it's just getting heavy.